What is going on, you guys? Welcome to today's video. Today we are finally lowering down the Wagon. Now, I haven't really minded the stock life of this car because it's super comfy. You run over speed bumps and just anything else on the road and you don't really feel anything, so I haven't really minded it. But it's gotten to the point now I'm tired of seeing this. Like, this has got to go, and the rear's even worse. It's just like, ugh, all that's gotta go. So today we're tossing on the KWV1s, the same ones I had on my Bora Wagon and also Casey's Wagon, which are bam, right there, a little wipe down, and they're ready to go. So the car should be sitting, I would say, right about above the tire for right now. We can go lower, obviously, but I still want it functional. We want the wheel gap gone, but I don't want to rub, I don't want to destroy my lip. I still want a completely functional car. I want to load it down with parts if I need to, but this, that's gotta go. So today, the Wagon's going down. Give you guys one final look at the current ride height. Maybe I'll go through it on measure from fender to the ground so we can see how much we actually take away. But there's our final look. We'll get you one from the front here. Bam. Like I said, stock height, the car doesn't look bad, and the car being black, you don't see the body lines quite as much, but it's got to go way, way down today. So we've got our tape measure. Let's go to the center of the wheel here and the center of our arch. Looks like we're sitting at about pretty much exactly 27 inches in the front. Let's check our rear. Same thing right in the center of the wheel and the center of the arch. This one is a little bit over 27 inches, not by much, so we'll just call it 27 in the rear and 27 in the front. And honestly, ideally, I would like to come down, let's see, maybe 24 and a half or 25 would be pretty much ideal. So pretty much 2.5 inches down in the rear and down in the front should have us sitting perfect. Absolutely love the brake setup on this car. But anyways, stock strut coming out. I believe it's a 22 on the top. We have the 18 right here, and the key piece is right here. Strut spreader. So this piece goes back here on the knuckle, and you turn it and it spreads this collar open a little bit, allowing you to pull this out much easier. You can get this out without this tool, but you have to smack the crap out of this, and that's no fun. So strut spreader definitely saves you a lot of time and frustration. Went ahead and sprayed a little bit of this stuff, so hopefully all this comes apart no problem. Nice and easy. So we've got our lower bolt out, our ABS line off, our brake line off. You can see down here on the bottom, our strut spreader in the bottom right over here. You want to pull it to the left or right, doesn't matter, but there's a flat spot, you'll feel it like pop into place. That way you know this is fully spread apart. Now we can just push down on this, and hopefully this comes out of here very easily. So you can see we've dropped down about 1 inch or so far. We have to go further down still, but on the passenger side, the axle actually hits the subframe right over there. Sometimes you can get lucky and push this down enough and kind of like tilt the whole knuckle to the right and get this to pop out. If not, you might need to pull your axle nut off and the lower ball joint to drop the whole thing down further. But I'm going to try it like this first. I'm actually going to loosen the top up and drop that down, and hopefully I have enough room to lift this up and out. Like, push this down and lift this up, and hopefully get lucky. If not, we'll have to pull this apart just a little bit. That way the whole knuckle can drop further, because like I said, on the passenger side, it hits the subframe right there. So there's not as much room as the driver's side. The driver's side is no problem. There's nothing in the way. It just drops all the way down. But this side with stock suspension, it's kind of a pain sometimes. All right, there we go. Stock strut is now out. Like I said, I had to go through, take the axle nut off, pull the ball joint out of the trunk just a little bit. Now this goes down further, we have room to actually pull this out. So otherwise, the stock one's just too tall, and with it hitting there, you can't get it out of this, unfortunately, but it's out. Also get a better look at how the strut spreader works. Just fits right inside there, spreads it open, and then you're all set. So KW going back in, button it all back up, and then this side will be done. Just like that. So we'll tighten this one up, get these back in there, and then we'll get a jack, lift this up to the top one, and then voila, this side's done. All right, and just like that, Our first KW is in, good to go. Top's all done. We'll put our little cap back on here. Like so. Not bad. One down, 3 to go. So at this point, the front is completely done. Look how much higher the front wheels are compared to the rear. Even in the air, look how much further the back ones come down. I did kind of struggle with the front. I totally forgot on the driver's side, you have to go through and take the sway bar end link, that one right there, out of the control arm. That way the whole thing can drop down. I had the bolt out, I had the top off, but the whole thing didn't want to move, and I completely forgot about the end link, so don't forget that. But front is done. Moving on to the rear now. Oh, I cannot wait to see this thing low. Like I said, even the car in the air, look how much higher the front wheels are compared to the rear. This thing's gonna look so good on the ground. I can't wait. All right, so now that we're onto the rear of the car, what I like to do for the Mark IV is that makes the rear super easy on the front wheel drive cars at least. Take both wheels off on both sides, get a jack under the rear beam to support the entire thing, take out the bolts on both sides of the upper strut, then use the jack, lower the entire thing down. There's no tension on anything. The springs basically fall out. Then put the new springs in, the new strut in, use the jack, lift it back up, bolt it up, and you're done. Very, very easy to do. If you try and do one side and then the other side with it still bolted up on this side, it's way too much tension. You gotta try and stand on the hub and push it down. Doesn't quite work. Just use a jack to hold the beam, bring both sides down at the same time, everything just falls out. So now if we look in here, those two are out and this top is undone. And then same on this side, and the jack is supporting under the beam. Right there. And the reason why we use this, you don't want the entire thing just to drop down, maybe snap a line or something like that. Then you can lower it down nice and slow. And then once it's all the way down, everything here nice and loose. Push down a little bit, spring basically falls out. Strut number 2. We got one last spring. A little yank here. There she is. Easy money, boys. Easy money. Now we got our new strut, our new spring, and our perch that sits down here in the cup like so. And we're gonna steal this will sit this side so the flat side will go down. Now we're gonna steal this. We're gonna steal this. And that'll go in here to have this sit flush to this spot right there. And then as I reverse, put everything back in, jack it back up, cake. The rear is so easy on these cars. Last spring going in. Set her down the perch, just like so. Stay, stay, stay. Perfect. So lift down a little bit, then we'll jack it up, bolt it back in, and we're done. Then she's gonna be low. I'm hyped. At this point, all the KWs are officially on, and she's ready to go down. Even in the air, look how much higher. Now the wheels sit even again. So let's drop her down and see how it looks. I'm probably gonna need either use the jack to lift it up off the lift here or some wood, but we'll go down first and see. With no side skirts, it might still have enough room to get off the lift, but we'll see. Drop her down, drop her down, drop her down. All right, this side's off. I think this side's off, we'll see. Nope, we are stuck on the lift. Oh, this side's off. This side's stuck. Ooh! Dang, that's looking good. Dang, that's looking good. So I'm hoping once I'm off the lift in the front will come down a little bit more. Woo! So good. I should have, before you say it, I should have done this a long time ago, but I was enjoying the stock life. Oh yeah, it's really nice. I'm hoping I won't have to remove the spacer in the rear. I think we'll have just up. I don't go down too much further. I think we'll be okay. If I hit like a big bump or something. Dang, that looks good. All right, let me get it off the lift real fast and see where it's actually sitting, and then we'll go from there for adjustments for the front or adjustments in the rear. This thing's looking so good. Should have done it a long time ago. I messed up. I messed up, but this thing looks sick. All right, take 2. We're officially off the lift, and I gotta say, the rear is sitting pretty perfect. Actually, this side is a bit lower than that side, and this side's sitting really nice. Look at that. Look at that. Still room inside of here. Fit through, and I think we hit a big bump. It should camber in just enough that we don't hit anything and tear it up. So the rear, this corner right here is my favorite. This will stay. I'm gonna lower down this side just a tiny little bit because it's a bit higher than that side, and the front's gonna come down about 1.5 inches or so. You can see how much gap's up here. So lowering this down, I want everything to match the passenger rear, and then we're set. But look how good this thing looks. Again, should have done this a long time ago. I messed up, but we're doing it now, so it's all good. All right, my friends, this is officially it. Car off the lift. Whew. I should have done this a long time ago. Oh, it looks so good. So before I show you, the car is at about 27 inches all around from fender to the floor. Now we're sitting at about 24.5 from the fender to the ground. Nice little drop. Okay, ready for this? 3, 2, 1. Bam. Look at this beast. Oh, it looks so good. Fitment in the rear, looking super nice. And fitment in the front, looking super nice as well. Look at that. Probably could do like a 5 mil spacer in the front if I wanted to. I mean, these wheels aren't staying, but if I wanted to, maybe 5 or 10 mil in the front to get it like right to the fender. But honestly, super happy. Again, 24.5 inches from the fender to the ground, all around. The car sits super nice. So the front coilovers are almost maxed out. They got maybe 2 threads left, so they're all the way down. And the rear, actually raised the rear a bit because the front doesn't go as low as the rear does. The rear still has me like, I don't know, that much to go down. So you can like slam the rear probably down, I would say about here, but the front just can't match it. So got a nice even height all around. Loving it. Definitely need some side skirts now to finish off the lip kit, but this thing looks so mean. So mean. That looks amazing. Whew. So maybe I'll throw a 10 mil spacer on the front just for the time being for the Porsche wheels goes on. Oh my gosh. Absolutely love it. So aside from the coilovers, I still have to swap the dash, put the dipple dash in this car, which I'm not really looking forward to because it's kind of a pain to pull the dash out, but got to do that. I also swap over these leather seats from my Recaro ones. And that's pretty much it until the rest of my Zener kit shows up. I have to paint that and stuff still, but for the current situation, rear front lip, Votex rear lip, I don't want to do for side skirts yet until I have all the Zener stuff painted, but current situation, car's looking fantastic. Also, a couple things to note. The rear of the car, I kind of like jumped in the back a little bit. It squats in just perfectly and actually tucks up, so this shouldn't rub at all. The front, I can go full lock to lock left and right, nothing rubs. That's perfect. The front lip might get scraped on the bottom a little bit here and there. What I'm worried about though is the exhaust tips and the rear lip, because as I showed before, going into our garage, this almost touches the ground and I was at stock height. Now we're much, much lower, and also just back into parking spaces with the curb. Got to be super careful I don't smash this and destroy all that, but I'll be conscious of that. Other than that, it's fully functional, looks great, and I love it. I love it, I love it. I wish I did this months ago, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So pretty much ultimate test. I'm driving through the gravel junkyard, plenty of bumps and dips. Not a knock, not a bump, nothing sounds loose. Also want to note the axle's clear. The sway bar can have the upgrade one that has a bigger hoop, so that's good. Not hitting the frame. Listen to this. Nothing. Nothing. Hyped. Hyped. Gotta admit, car feels really, really good. Drives super smooth again, no knocking, no weird sounds, everything's good to go. The exhaust isn't hitting the rear beam, nothing, just look at this. Nothing, like bone stock. Now I will say it's definitely, you feel it's way stiffer than bone stock, but it rides really nice. I won't say as nice as stock because in stock height, I can just clean run things right over, it doesn't matter. I pretty much ramp the car, but now I gotta be more cautious. But, ride smooth, way tighter. Give it a little, man, this thing feels great. Not bad. Not bad. Again, not as smooth and as comfy as stock, but in terms of performance, obviously way tighter, gonna handle a lot better. Bit stiffer of a ride, but it's definitely not bad. It's still super comfy. I like this. This is good. The KWs, worth the money. Like I said, we toured the factory, I think 3 years ago now, and I saw how KWs are made and how much attention to detail they put in these things. Yeah, KWs are good stuff. Super smooth ride. I'm not bouncing all over the road. Again, nothing's rattling. Yes. Should have done it a long time ago. But hey, did it now. And the car looks sick. The black on black with the RCs. Whew, it's looking good. So probably in like a week or so, maybe at the end of this month, we'll put the Portuals back on and see how that looks. But for now, I'm content. It's looking good. God, I love this car. And also, there goes 30 bucks probably. You know what? It was worth it. The VR6 sounds worth it, but these gas prices, man, doing polls is expensive. That was probably 30 bucks. Maybe a bad idea. It was worth it. All right, my friends, we are home. The car rode amazing. Can't lie. The car rode super smooth. Ooh, it's so good. So good. So good. So good. What you think? What you think?
It looks really good.
It looks good. It came out nice.
Oh my gosh, that looks really nice.
Yeah. So it went from 27 inches from the fender to the ground down to 24 and a half all around, basically.
Quick question then.
Huh.
Would you rather have that variant lowered or pick this lowered?
Well, that one has a 1.8 and this has a VR6.
No engine. I'm just saying body. You're telling me that Mark III variants look better than this?
I would say a Mark III variant with a Jetta front end or Vento front end would be, I would say, equal to this, yes.
There's no way.
I would say yes.
You're wrong.
I would take this over a Mark III variant with the Golf front end, but with the Vento front end, I think they would be that same. This looks, once you lower the carbon wheels on it, it's a whole different thing.
This looks so good.
It came out nice.
This looks so good, wow.
And it's functional. I can turn full lock left to right, nothing rubs, nothing hits anywhere. I am kind of worried about this though. Let me see.
It looks good though.
It does. Oh, that's gonna be really, I took a few, yeah. That's gonna be really close. I think we might just make it. If I move the boards forward, add one more row of boards forward, it should come up enough that I won't hit this, because I don't want to destroy this lip. Other than that though, she's good. She's good. Oh, it's nice. And it rides really smooth too.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's sick. Good day. So, surprisingly enough, if I go nice and slow, literally nothing scrapes. Not the front lip, not under the car, not the rear lip, nothing. It's close in the back, like it's about there, but nothing touches. So, functional. We can turn full lock left to right. Nothing's rubbing underneath. I can go in and out of my garage. Fantastic. Mission successful. The wagon's low. The wagon's looking sick. Got some nice fitment back there. I think I have some 10s laying around. I put a 10 mil in the front for the time being, but I'm happy. I am pleased with this. The wagon looks sick. The wagon looks sick. For static and a daily driver, can't ask for much more. Like I said, I'm not trying to destroy subframes, crack oil pans, destroy lips. Not my style, but low, no wheel gap, and functional, I'm all about it. And this is exactly that. Oh, listen to it. I can't see them. Way too cloudy. Nothing better than the sound of F-16s. But yeah, as the wagon currently sits, I am 100% pleased. Turned out fantastic. But with that, I'm gonna end today's video here. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget, be thankful for every single day. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.